It's very difficult for us to ensure that our relationship stays as fresh and as nice as it was from the day we got married, or even the first year of our marriage, to 15 years later down the road. And people often ask, how did the relationship turn so sour? We were so close, we spent so much time together, we always spoke, and now we barely know each other. How does it happen? The answer is it happens very quickly, unless you're invested in making sure it doesn't happen. And you'll say to me, but how am I going to do that? What is the trick and what's the tactic? So there's a couple of ideas that I'd like to share that I think are very, very helpful for ensuring that you and your spouse stay very bonded, stay very connected, and you don't drift away. That very often it can happen, not because anyone's bad, but just because naturally we disconnect because we're so busy. This is an exercise that requires a husband and wife to set aside time, which is sometimes the most difficult part of the entire battle, is setting aside time where we are going to have just me and you time. We're going to set aside 10 minutes a day of uninterrupted, no phone calls, no cell phones, no emails, nothing. Just me and you, uninterrupted, alone time. Some couples can get this in the morning if they have bigger children, some at night with small children when they go to bed, some in the afternoon. But whatever your situation is, you have to find time in the day that you're going to devote at least 10 minutes. Halavai more. At least 10 minutes that you are not going to be preoccupied with anything else. And you sit down with your spouse. And the first thing you say to each other is some form of an appreciation. You say to your spouse, thank you for taking out the garbage last night. Or thank you for making supper tonight. Thank you for doing carpool yesterday. Something that you feel appreciated. Because when you sit down to the table, or wherever you're going to do this, and right away the first thing you hear is an appreciation, you feel so much better. You feel terrific. The person who you're so connected to realizes that you did something. They appreciate the hard work and effort, whatever it may be. And this exercise needs to be done 7 days a week, not 6 days a week, not 5 days a week. You can do this on Shabbos and Yom Tov also. 7 days a week, you sit down with your spouse, and the first thing you do is you say, I'm appreciative of something that you did. Thank you. Very often the young couples tell me, every day there's something? The answer is yes. If you're willing to open your eyes, you'll see that every day there is something new that you appreciate. It might be something very small. Thank you for paying the bills. Because we have in our head that the men pays the bills and the women do the cooking, or vice versa, whatever your relationship may be. That's an assumption. You have to appreciate that this was done for you. So the first thing you want to do is you want to start this 10 minutes with expressing appreciation, husband to wife, and vice versa. And this is how you start the beginning of your 10 minutes.